What's up, everybody? I'm TJ.
And I'm Kelsey, and we are
the Nashville Wine Duo. What are you doing over there?
Looking at this planner that I bought that I never did anything with. Sounds like something I would do.
I really need this in my life.
I did at the time when
And
I
then
had
I never use it
had a
again.
different job. I have to work later today, and I'm like, I don't want to work.
And so you're looking at your planner going, what? You're thinking what? What do you... You even picked up a pen to like write in it. You were gonna do something with it.
I thought it was a notebook.
You
and
sat
I was like,
down,
oh, it's a planner.
put on your headphones, and then you started picking up a planner to write something.
Well, why do you have it down here? You use it for something?
Probably as a coaster or something.
Yeah,
TJ's
always down here messing with the podcast wires. That's like one of his favorite things to do. We were just trying to eat breakfast. I made the potatoes, and then he got the kids to come down here and test out mics for like a half hour. And then I just go around the corner. I'm like, we're ready for the omelet. And he gives me this like, get away from me face. You did. You gave me an evil look.
Listen, when I'm trying to accomplish something, I'm in the zone and I don't want to be bothered. And
well, now
I'm trying to perfect this show.
That means I'm going to bug you even more.
I'm giving my whole heart to this. I'm giving my whole heart to this project.
I know. Well,
cheers, everybody! Happy week. You know, we're in the thick of it, moving and grooving.
Yeah, literally the thick of it with the way it feels outside.
Oh, it's so hot in Nashville.
Humid. We've been having to take walks in the morning or at night. It just feels really awful.
Yeah, we're set for record highs this week again.
You know what though? I'd rather take extreme heat over extreme cold.
Really?
Yeah.
I beg to differ. I would rather take extreme cold because I can always throw on sweatshirts and stuff like that. And when you're hot, there's nothing you can really do.
Have you been in extreme
I haven't.
Extreme
I mean,
cold?
I grew up in Chicago, and you know that's pretty.
Do you remember?
Extreme.
That was a long time ago.
Yes, I remember.
Wasn't that like 20 years ago?
No. Yeah, I can still remember 20 years ago.
Yeah,
right?
But you don't really.
Right?
I don't think like the sting of winter is really that fresh on your brain.
You're gonna have a sting of something here if you keep up disrespecting me.
I lived in Minnesota for a little bit.
I lived in Minnesota for 1 year.
Actually, it was 4. And it would be like negative 30 with wind chill.
Yeah. Well, I had that in Chicago.
Negative 30.
And you know what? I'd be outside in my snowsuit sledding the entire afternoon. It didn't bother me.
No, because seriously, it's like there's only pretty much 2 seasons.
Midwest.
And I mean, I remember, I've told you this story many times. I remember going to the gas pump when it was cold like that, and I'd have to go to work, and I remember like literally like crying from how cold it was. It hurts. It feels like knives like stabbing your face. Like when you walk out in the extreme heat, it's not painful.
Yeah, I grew up in Chicago. They call it the Windy City.
I'm saying, are you in pain when you walk outside in the heat?
Yes, it feels like blades slicing your skin.
When you go in the heat?
Oh, when I go in the heat. No, I was talking the cold.
Yeah, so
well, it's just uncomfortable.
I'm trying to get you to think about it though. Like, what's worse?
I already did. The heat.
No. Okay. Moving on. Well, we had a really fun Costco adventure. Whenever we go there, we love to check out the wine section. But we like to go through every aisle.
Well, but let's start off. Kelsey loves Costco because they have those little sample stations at every end of the aisle.
Who doesn't love that?
So she's just like grazing throughout Costco for an hour. Like she starts out hungry. She doesn't eat anything beforehand. She's like, I'm going to stock up at Costco samples, so
yeah.
And by the time we're done, she's full. You're spent for like till dinner time.
Well, and we're not eating any bread right now. Normally I would like hit up the whole food court area. It's not really a food court. I don't know. Normally I'd hit that up and I get like one of those like giant hot dogs.
Oh my gosh, and their pizza and
yeah, but we're not eating anything like that right now.
We're trying to be good.
But they had a little wonton that I really liked. The wonton was really good. It was, down by the frozen area where it's usually like the last frozen aisle where the person is, where the LaCroix are and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And they always have like some like really good like little frozen treat, and I liked the wonton.
You liked the little wonton?
They were good. They were really good.
Was there a sauce with the wonton, or was it just?
It was just plain.
Oh.
Yeah, But
Chicken?
it's so fun. No, I think it was.
Pork?
I don't know. It just was
Beef?
good. I don't know. I can't remember. I
Fish?
ate it so fast.
Lamb?
They don't do any of that.
Oh,
Stop.
okay.
And it's always funny though because like when you go on a busy time, like there's all these people that are just like standing there for the sample person and like you can't like get it out fast enough. And then like the person just like devours it and then they have to like keep making them. I don't know. I feel like they need to have a little bit of better system because they don't seem like they're ahead of it. But
It was kind of the same situation when Trader Joe's had their kind of sample demo station in the back. Like you'd get those people that would come and take
oh
3 or
yeah, they
4
eat. Oh
samples, and you'd
yeah,
have to quickly try and
right.
restock
Oh my
because
gosh,
they
yeah.
just cleaned you out,
Yeah, like, "Can I have
and they
another
feel
one? Can
like
I have
it's a
another one?"
meal.
And we can't say no to people.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there was a few times when kids get
You've
really out of
had to,
control, you can
yeah.
say, like, "Sorry, you guys have had, like,
Yeah, people
5,"
push the
like
limit. But people
but
just feel
I
entitled to
don't do
come up
that,
and
though. I don't do that. I just
no,
take one.
it's a sample.
But, I don't know, we love Costco. I don't know about anybody else, but we tend to always just go on, like, the food side. We don't really look at the other side very much.
Not unless we absolutely need something
But there's not
from
really
the
anything on the right
electronics or
side. There's not really anything
there's
that
tons of
those
stuff
are
on
all
the
the
right
big
side.
ticket items, though.
Those are the big
So, you
ticket
know if you
items.
go
You
over
know
there,
you're
you're
gonna
gonna
be
get yourself into trouble
you're already spending.
because you're gonna be like, "Oh, I need this, like."
Costco's like Target though for us. Like you can't walk out of there without spending a couple $100.
Well, because you're getting.
Well, we're stocking up for a family,
Yeah,
but I'm
so
saying like
I
if you
don't.
go in there, expect to pay. You're walking out for at least a couple $100.
Yeah, and
There's no way you
we
run
both
into
guessed. We said it's gonna be
yeah,
about 400,
yeah,
and it was 450.
yeah, and we got the girl stuff. We got tons of food, tons of
Well, there's
stuff.
a tampon shortage right now.
Yeah,
Well, there's feminine products in general, so we were like, let's hit up that place, and so we
stock
got
up.
like tons of stuff for that,
Yep.
and they have these massive jars of pickles, like really good kosher real pickles, like the bite-sized ones that you can just like chomp on. Those were under
And our
$5.
family loves
Pickles.
pickles. These are organic pickles too, right? Weren't they?
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
jar is like double the size of
It
one that
was
you'd
huge for
find at
$5.
Kroger.
Yeah.
So I felt like we scored on that. But
Yeah.
then, you go in the middle area and you're like, man, I need all this like household stuff and beach gear and like, but I don't know. I could really, if I had it, that would actually be if I could like win a sweepstakes to like have a huge gift. Oh my
Costco.
gosh. Like
I
if
told
I could
you.
have like a 8,000
Yeah.
gift card, I would
I
go
would be
crazy.
spending money. I told you as we were walking down like the solar lights and the lights for the
Uh-huh.
the sidewalk in front of your house and
Yeah.
the fire pits and the furniture outside. Like I would just eat all that
I
stuff
love
up. I'd
Costco.
spend so much money
I
there.
feel like it's kind of like the big version of Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
And don't you?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I mean
Well, they're one of the two. I mean, Trader Joe's and Costco are two of the privately held biggest companies. They
yeah,
haven't
well, and
sold out,
and they pay
and
their employees well.
yeah,
I've heard that. Like I've heard they treat their employees really well too. I think there's just some similar things
yes,
company wise that are kind of the same.
yeah, both West Coast companies too.
So yeah, we found some wines. We did
We did a little Costco wine haul
yeah, we did a little Costco wine haul. We actually know the girl that works there.
in the wine section.
Yeah, and she's like giving us like heads up and stuff about like certain ones that they get in that are really good.
Tracy, what up,
Yeah,
Tracy?
Tracy. So yeah, they really have some amazing deals on wines. What were some of the ones that you
Very
picked up?
similar to like how Trader Joe's does wine buying. I think Costco has the same kind of idea and concept.
Yes.
So they have incredible wine buyers that find these vineyards and wineries that they create these deals for. And we came across. We bought a couple Riojas. One was a 2013 Rioja for like $10.
Yeah.
I'm excited to try that. And then a friend of ours, Wade, has been telling us about a Bogle Petite Syrah that he gets, I think, at Kroger or something like that. But they had it at Costco for like $7, $7.50.
And people give
And I love
Bogle's
Bogle.
good.
Bogle, and I'd said this before on the podcast, Bogle was the first wine I ever tried. I tried the Old Vines Inn, Bogle, and
Hmm.
ever since then, I've just been a fan. I think Bogle, for big mass-produced,
Yeah.
wine, um, it's solid.
Yeah, like if you're gonna go for like, yeah, a mass produced wine, I think Bogle is
Bogle,
definitely
it's
the way to
awesome.
go.
Yeah,
And it's actually really hard to find like commercial wide, like bigger box stores or like, grocery stores. It's really hard to find petite Syrahs or Syrahs. I mean,
yeah,
even at some wine shops, like I went into one the other day, one that we go to pretty often. It's a, boutique wine shop and they only had one Syrah.
yeah.
They were like, we don't really carry petite Syrahs or Syrahs. So when you see them, pick them up because I don't know. I feel like I love Syrahs and I love Petite Syrah.
Yes.
So.
And those are 2 different grapes, by the way, Petite Syrah and Syrah.
Yeah.
2 separate varietals. So
You want to tell them, explain?
No, I don't. That's a whole nother podcast. But they are
Oh,
different. They
wow.
are 2 different
Yeah, but
varietals.
if you see the Bogle Petite Syrah,
Yeah,
pick it
snag
up.
it.
Get it.
We haven't tried it yet.
No, but I know
But
it's going to be good.
we know it's going to be bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Especially because we trust Wade. We work with Wade at Trader Joe's, and he knows wine, and he loves wine. So
one of the bottles that we picked up at Costco caught my eye. Kelsey was over grabbing another sample from some place, probably another wonton or something, and I saw this beautiful white.
I was looking at bagels.
This beautiful white. Yeah, Costco's got good bagels, by the way, and killer cream cheese. Side note. Anyway, squirrel. So there was this beautiful white bottle, pure white, and looked up, and it was on the end cap, and I looked up, and it was a Spanish Cava sparkling brut, and I think it was, I want to say $8, $8.49.
Yeah.
But the bottle caught my eye, and you and I love bubbles. We love Cavas. And this one on the bottle said something about being like one of the oldest vineyards in Spain or something like that.
Founded in 1551.
Yes.
Yeah, very old.
Crazy. Like the story on the bottle, I was like, I read it. I had to buy it. I had to try it because it's just the story alone. I was like, wow, this is one of the oldest.
Yeah.
18 generations, I think it said on the.
Crazy.
I know. So, and the first one to do like a Spanish cava.
Yeah.
So it was just, yeah. So we bought it, and
yeah, and if you haven't had cava yet, cava comes from Spain.
Yes, so still bubbles. Think Prosecco's. Think as far as like a bubbles concept, but they do it in Spain. So it's a Spanish bubbly, and it is amazing.
We loved this wine.
Yes. Tell them a little about it.
I mean, it's got a really cool blend of grapes. So first of all, the name is Ana de Cordonu is how we think it's pronounced, but we're not 100% sure if we're saying the pronunciation right.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
So forgive us if we
forgive us
it.
if we're not. But actually, when I saw it, it was kind of funny. I thought Anna Karenina. I don't know why. It's just Anna de Cordonu. So I was like, oh, is this a bottle based off Anna Karenina or something like that? And it has a woman on the front of the bottle. But yeah, it's super interesting. It's got 70% Chardonnay, 15% Parallelda.
I was gonna say we're gonna botch these varietals up. They're varietals.
I've had X-Roll before.
Okay.
And then
Macabeo.
I don't know. We know we're saying some of this stuff wrong.
Totally.
But yeah, like primarily the Chardonnay. So it definitely kind of has it has a champagne vibe to it. It had that kind of like the apple notes of it.
Yep.
I felt like, the green apple and
the brioche
toast vibe. Yep. Yeah, you definitely got that. It was a really pretty yellow straw color, nice bubbles, really light, super refreshing.
Easy drinking.
Really though, I mean, like I've tried champagnes that are, pricier, and I was like, oh, this reminded me of a like almost like a really nice champagne. I don't know. I really, really, really liked it. Yeah, so it's great. Something that people definitely need to try.
Yeah, so if you can find it at Costco, go to your local Costco and see if they're still carrying it, because I know stuff changes and everything. But we will link to their website too. They do have a Brut Rosé version of this one that is on their website.
I want to go stock up on this one more though. I want to go get like 7 bottles just to have on hand.
We always try to keep bubbles on deck, just when we're doing like a good brunch or a killer breakfast or something. We love mimosas, we love bubbles. So we always try to have a few of these in our repertoire, our wine fridge. Kelsey's gonna sneeze. Oh, good one. And she usually sneezes in multiples.
Oh
no. That's 2.
I think it's done.
It's done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she always at least 2, if not 3 or 4. So bless you, baby.
Thank you.
So yeah, we always keep bubbles on deck. So this will definitely be one that we're gonna go try and snag some more of.
Well, and I think that this, seriously, like, it's a very elegant looking bottle. It's an elegant tasting wine.
I was just gonna say,
like, if you were thinking for like a party or like a wedding or a gift, like no one would have any idea that this wine was the price that it is.
Yeah.
Like, It does not drink cheap.
I
It
had never
drinks
seen
expensive.
a bottle like that, number one. That's kind of what caught my eye.
Yeah.
It stood out. And
Yeah.
I think if speaking from a consumer standpoint, like the more like the bottle stands out, like I think a high percentage of consumers and people shop by bottle, like the
100%
way the
agree.
bottle looks. Like Trader
Yes.
Joe's has this wine called Opaline. It's a beautiful bottle.
Yeah.
And people buy it because it's beautiful. And the wine is
Yeah.
good inside of it. But I mean, it first starts, and I think it's been done with like um shopping tests and stuff like that. People look at stuff and
Yeah.
purchase
That's
through the view
100%
of
true.
what they're
I even
looking
had
at.
a lady, I was showing her a bottle the other day and I was like, "Oh, this is really good." She was like, "Well, that looks cheap.
Yeah,
I don't like the label."
and it's true.
And she's like, "I'm serving this at a party, and if it looks like that, then I'm like, I don't really want that on the table."
It's true.
So, yeah, I mean, I get that like people don't want the bottle to like look cheap. It's kind of funny though, because sometimes those wines end up being like the ugly labels sometimes can
Are
be
the
really good.
best.
I actually think that's a really good idea. If we ever came out with a wine, we should call it Ugly Label.
Ugly label.
Yeah.
Ugly wine bottle.
Ugly wine bottle.
Don't steal our idea.
Don't steal it.
Whoever's out
We
there.
patent that.
It's already patented. We're already working on it right now as we speak. I'm typing it.
Yes. Anyway, try this if you can snag it from Costco.
Yeah, if not, go on their website and try and order it too.
Yeah.
Yes, we are total fans of it. So shout out to Anna D.
Cordonu.
Yes, for making killer wine
Anna
in a
Karenina.
beautiful bottle.
Yes, and we will be back on next week. We're going to Colorado soon, like we
Well,
talked
tell them what
about.
we're doing later on this week. We're going to go over to City
Oh yeah, we're going to
Winery.
City Winery
So, yeah, so
tomorrow.
if any of you have visited Nashville or live in Nashville, City Winery is one of our favorite places to experience great wine. Michelle is the winemaker over
Michelle
there.
Bell.
And we got to know her a couple years ago through right at the beginning of the
Through the
pandemic,
Instagram,
during the
yeah.
pandemic.
During the pandemic.
Yeah, we met her
That
and
summer.
interviewed her over at City Winery, and we've just become really good friends with her. And so we're going over to City Winery to try some new varietals that she's created and to interview her for the podcast and get some footage for Instagram. And it's just going to be awesome to see
so that'll
her.
be the next podcast.
Yeah, so it'll be cool for you guys to be introduced to Michelle, the killer winemaker at City Winery in Nashville.
Yeah.
So each and the cool thing about City Winery too is like each location, I think I'm gonna get it wrong, but I think there's 5 or 6 city wineries across the country.
Yeah.
They all, each location, the one in Atlanta, New York, Chicago, they all have their own individual winemakers that creates the wine for the city winery in that city. So very cool. Michelle's got a huge history in the wine world out in California, where she's from. Worked with some killer wine
Yeah, don't give it all away because we want to get it on
people,
the podcast.
but yeah, so we're excited to connect with her and have her for our next podcast. So
yeah, it'll be
stay
really
tuned.
fun. And then we have and then after that we have the one with 7 cellars in Colorado.
We're going out to Colorado.
John Elway's wine company.
Yep.
So
we're super stoked about that.
Excited about that. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. Excited.
Do you think we're going to meet John Elway?
Okay, I don't know. Maybe he'll be there. What if he's there?
Or,
I just saw the most adorable picture of him on Father's Day with all of his grandchildren. And I looked up,
Really?
he's 61 years old. Did you know that?
No.
I was like, I feel like it was crazy. It made me feel old because like I grew up like in Colorado.
Yeah.
And like I remember when he was on the Denver, like on the team, the Denver Broncos team.
Number one, I think it's cool that he's into wine. Like
he actually
he's an
seems like a
owner
really good person, like a sweet person.
company.
Like I get that vibe.
Yeah.
So
it'd be
really cool if we met him.
It'd be a dream come true to take a picture with John Elway. So
fingers crossed.
We'll see.
Prayers.
How many of you think we're gonna meet John Elway? Message us.
If you listen
leave
to
comments.
this, message us and think
Let
if
us
you
know.
would. Yeah.
Yes or
Give
no.
us good juju. All right. Well, cheers, babe.
All right. Cheers to the rest of a good week. And y'all keep drinking some good wine. Please keep liking, sharing this podcast.
Yeah.
We need your support.
We really, really want this to like take off.
Yes. So leave good ratings for us. Share it with your friends. Try and spread the word about us. And we'll all celebrate together.
Yeah.
The more you share this, we're going to fly all you guys to Nashville and we're going to have a big wine party.
And we're always looking for people to have on the podcast. So if you're listening to this and you feel like, man, there's something you want to share about wine or yourself, and we could have a glass with you and have you on our podcast, please message us. And really, I mean, please do. We're like that's what we want. We want to grow this and like have other people on as
Yeah.
well. So
We don't want it to be just about us.
yeah,
It's about the community.
Message us if there's something that you would like to share on our podcast.
Good job, baby.
Yes.
Well said.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody. Keep on drinking some wine.